Welcome back to the channel, and check out this dirt bike I bought. Or, as anybody with a dirt bike would call it, not a dirt bike. I got this thing for 50 bucks. Such a deal. Only problem is it's slow. It's very, very slow. So, I ordered new batteries for it. Full set, got them installed. I was extremely pumped. I thought maybe the batteries were the problem, so I got the new batteries installed, and what I found out was it's still slow. Very, very slow. 12.9 miles per hour slow. Not fun. So I called up my buddy Luke for help. Now Luke drives a school bus, but just for fun. Professionally, he's a welder, and a damn good one it would seem. You see, Luke built that school bus with nothing more than blood, sweat, tears, and a school bus that he bought. So I loaded the dirt bike up and headed to Alabama to meet up with Luke and a couple other friends to see if we could figure out a way to weld more space onto the frame to add more batteries and less legroom. Equipped with only beers and lacking any tape measures, we decided to eyeball the hell out of it and begin fabricating a new chassis for added batteries. We toiled all day and all night and only took breaks when Luke wanted to do fireworks in the garage.
I don't think you're recording.
Joke's on Eli, I was recording, and after a quick stress test, we decided it was time to put the bike back together and take it for a test ride to test its durability. We hit the bike with some diet donuts first, and it did tremendously well. After that, we decided to take it off some sick jumps. Eli went first, very weak.
$10 says he chickens out.
Oh yeah.
Then it was my turn to take the jump.
Go!
And I chickened out.
Luke is one.
Psych! But there was still one problem. Even after taking it out to get some sick action footage, we realized one thing. This bike was still too damn slow. So I went online to electricscooterparts.com and ordered an entire rebuild kit. So that includes a larger sprocket. Here we have the battery management system and controller, and a new Big Chungus 2000 watt 60 volt motor. It also included new battery connectors because of course you're going to have to add a couple more 12 volt batteries to get this up to 60 volts. It came with a new throttle, new handles, and it actually even came with a keying mechanism. So I think that was the only thing disallowing this from being ridden on the street. I think it's street legal now. And lastly, we've got some simple instructions showing you how to wire up the batteries in series. With the new parts on hand, I called up my buddy to come over and help me install them on the bike. He's a doctor, and I couldn't think of anybody more equipped to help me with this project. And as you can see here, that is the new sprocket versus the old sprocket. So it's significantly larger, probably so the amount of torque coming from the motor doesn't shear the bolts off the tire. Now we got pretty far in the operation before we realized that we had to cut off part of the frame to make room for the new larger motor. So I called in my dad to help me since I'm not allowed to operate power tools. Safety squints, Andrew. Now for cutting so long with his pizza cutter, my dad realized it wasn't making the traction he had hoped, so we got out his electric turkey cutter. And that's when we really started making progress. So after pausing to take a look at two pieces of paper that had absolutely no helpful information on them, we got back to work. We got the new motor installed, two new tires front and back, the new throttle, the new battery management system. We reinstalled the 5 new batteries, and we were off to the races. Now there is still one issue with the bike that I'm still racking my brain to try to figure out how to fix, and that is setting up the tensioner properly for the chain. So right now the tensioner that it came with was, first of all, it was already broken, but second of all, the new chain that's installed is far larger than the original chain. And so I gotta kind of think outside of the box and figure out a way to fix that. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep riding it as it is and stopping every 15 feet to put the chain back on. But overall, that's a small problem to have given all of the modifications we made to the bike. Looking back, this whole operation was a huge success. This bike, when I originally bought it, was made for children. And with a 200-pound man on it, it topped out at just under 13 miles per hour. But now I'm getting close to 30 miles an hour and above on a tiny little crotch rocket that could fit in the back of my car.
Get the ramp.
He gonna die. He gonna die. And it's a ton of fun to ride. It was a ton of fun putting it together. And overall, just a great experience. But if you're interested in replicating this, or if you have a similar bike in your garage that you want to tinker with, as mentioned, I got all the parts from electricscooterparts.com. They retrofit all of their parts to be plug and play with the stuff that already comes with the bike, so it made it very simple, very easy. So if you're interested in replicating this, that'd be the place to start. But anyway, thanks for watching.